Hi everybody, it's Wendy over at Little Nest Crafts. Thank you for joining me today. If you're new here, this is a new challenge for me, and for my regular subscribers, I've not taken part in this challenge before. It's being hosted by Suzanne over in Stop Papercrafts over in Facebook, and she's doing it in conjunction with Junk Journaling for Everyone on Facebook group. So this is challenge number 40, so it's one unfortunately that I missed, and it's been running all year. So for those of you who'd like to participate, if you put in your computers or in your tablets #alteredindex 2024, it'll bring you all the details of this challenge. I'll also put them in my information below, below this video. If you look in the information area, I'll list all the details of it in there for you as well. So I might try and do some of the other weeks that I've missed, because I like a challenge. I like a challenge. Now, Suzanne was using index cards, and I thought I'd got some index cards, but when I looked, all I've got is these little plain record cards, and they're a bit on the small side for me, really. So I've actually ordered some from Amazon, and hopefully they'll be here in a day or two. These ones here that I've got are actually 5 inches by 3 inches, and as I say, although they're great cards, they're just a little bit small for me to work on, I think. So what I've done is I've made myself a template, and it's 6 by 4, and I think that's the regular size of an index card. Let me just have a look. Yeah, 4 by 6. So that's what I'm going to be working on today. Now, Suzanne, what she does is on each of the challenges, she gives you 3 prompts, and the prompts for challenge number 40 are thankful, window, and mustard. So what I've done is I've downloaded a mustardy colour background, and I'm going to stick that on my piece because that's what I'm going to be working on. So I shall do that now, and when my index cards come, I'll actually adhere this piece to my index card, so it'll actually make it a bit stronger as well. But I watched Suzanne's video, and I enjoyed watching what she made, and I just wanted to get started. So rather than delay and wait for the index cards to come, I thought I'd just take a scrap piece of white card, and that was in my stash. As you can see, and this has been left over from my Margaret Miller, as you can see, because it's got my pencil border on, but I'm going to actually cover that now, and I'm going to put this in the middle-ish because I want to get rid of some of the dark lines that are surrounding my piece. So I'll actually cut round it, and as you can see, it's not quite square, so I'll get my scissors and we shall cut that piece of the background off. There we are. Okay, so that's going to be my base for my project. And then, because we're in autumn now, I had a look through my digitals, and I thought I'd use because mustard, the colour's very autumnal, isn't it? I thought I would make it an autumn themed index card, and in church we're getting ready for Harvest Festival, and at that time of year, well, we're sort of thankful all year round, but we're thankful for the bountiful harvest that we've had throughout the year. And so what I did, I looked for some quotes about being thankful, and I found this one where it says there is always, always, always something to be thankful for. And this had a mustard border around as well, so I thought it went with my theme. And then I also found this one, and it's a quote by Oprah Winfrey, and it says, "Be thankful for what you have, and you'll end up having more. If you concentrate on what you don't have, you will never, ever have enough." And that's very true. So I'm going to use both of these in my piece today. And what I'm going to do, to introduce the third prompt, because being thankful is one of the prompts, yet mustard is the other prompt, and window is the third prompt. So I found in my digitals, I've got quite a few of Rachel and Bella's digital kits, because I'm on their design team, and Rachel is so generous that she provides us with the kits to work on when we're doing projects for her. So this is from one of Rachel and Bella's autumnal themed kits, and it's called Times and Seasons, and the images on here are really beautiful, as you can see. And they've both got windows on, looking through the window, all the autumn flowers there, autumn colours. And here as well, you've got the apples. At this time of year we get lots of windfalls. I've got a couple of apple trees in my paddock at the back, and we're always collecting windfalls and of the apples and pears at this time of year. So that's a lovely autumn scene, and it's got the apples on it there. So what I decided to do is I'm going to have this as a pocket on this side of my piece, and so that we know it's a pocket, I'm going to put a little or should I, let me just think, shall I put a little divot in it? Because what my plan is to cut round this piece here, this window on this section, to cut round there, and then have that as a window that opens, and you can read then the verse that's behind it. And I want to keep it looking like a window, really, so I think I'm going to leave that as is, just so that that'll be like a secret pocket. So I'll just move that, and we'll glue that pocket down. It's a really quick project, this, and I did prep everything prior to starting, just so it saves time. And then we'll pop that on there. I can always change my mind as regards whether I put a little notch in there or not. But then what I intend to do, you see, is to pop that in there. But I'm going to keep it out for a minute, just so that it doesn't get glued in, because this glue's my collal glue, and it takes a few minutes to dry. So that's going to be my little secret pocket with that card in. So now then, what we're going to do next is make this into a window. So I'm just going to get my other little cutting board, because I tend to use this large one as my work area. I don't want it getting lots of cut marks in it, so I've got this little one, and I use that for cutting on. So what we need to do now is get my blade and a ruler. And I'm just wondering now whether to do it freehand. Let's have a look. Yeah, I will go around this bit, because it doesn't matter if it's wibbly wobbly, because the shading underneath is all wibbly wobbly. There we go. And then we'll come round there. And then I'm just wondering now whether to go around the tree area, so that all folds back, or whether just to go straight along with my ruler. Yeah, I think what I'm going to do is just go straight from there. There we go. And then I'm just going to use the edge of my ruler just to make sure I've cut far enough, which I haven't, so I'll just come a bit further back, and the same down there. There we go. And then I'm just going to, as I say, use the end of my ruler here to form a window. So now then, it's whether this is going to be big enough to put behind. Oh, there's a shame. So I think what I'm going to have to do is do another print out of this piece, just so that it fits behind the window there. And then when it opens up, that will be behind it. Let's just have a look on here, see what it looks like, because this is a mustard background, so it might just disguise it. Oh, and I think we're actually going to get away with it, actually. So let me just get my tweezers so that we can bring it down a little bit. Make sure that they're meeting there. Yeah, I think we're going to be great there. So what we'll do is I'll just pop some do one like that. Oops, oh, I've slipped. Let me just check again before it dries. That was still okay. Just, it's going up a little fraction. There we go. So, I'll glue the rest of it down now. It's a daisy. And then we're going to glue this piece, but before I do that, I just want to ink the back of here. Just to take the whiteness off. And then I'll just get a stamp and we'll put a stamp mark on the back. So just bear with me 1 minute. And what I've got is some little leaf stamps here. Let's have a look, see if I can get them out. Oops. Come on. And these actually match the little leaves that I've got. So we'll make sure that we're the right way up. There we go. And they're all different ones. So we'll just dot them round. Here we go. Another one there. Another one there. Another one there. And we've got room for one more. Another one there. So that just, when you open the window, it just saves it being a little bit plain. So I'm just wondering actually whether to put some vellum behind here. Doesn't really need it. But I know what I do need to do is just ink around these edges here. And also ink on the insides, just to get rid of the white. And then I want to put something on here to maybe hold it closed, stop it popping open. I might put a little tab, and what I've got is a tiny weeny, I've got some really tiny little magnets, so I think what I'm going to do is put a magnet behind there. So these are my magnets, 50 little magnets. When I ordered them I didn't realise they were so tiny. So I'm glad I found a little use for them, because I've only used 2 out of the pack, and I'll actually show them to you now. As you can see, they are actually minuscule. Each one of those is a teeny tiny magnet, and there's 2 rows of them there. So what we'll do is take 2 off, if I can part them, pop those back in the pack, and then separate them on here. My board, there we go. And then what I want to do is put a tiny bit of glue I think the best thing for me to do is just wondering, let's have a look. So let me just get a pencil so I can mark roughly where I want to go, and it's in the middle there. So if I put a tiny dot of glue on that, I've got stuck together again now. Here we are. Oops. There we are. That's it. Make sure they're far enough apart. And then I've got to try and get that to sit on my glue. And then to hold it in place, I'm just going to use a tiny strip of masking tape. And then what we'll do is we'll glue this on the frame on. It's actually under there, so that's good. So there we go. Excuse my dog. He's heard something. I don't know, since he's maturing, he's got very very vocal. Still no news regarding his the the biopsies that he's taken. For those of you who follow me regularly, I mentioned last week that Jasper had a swollen, after we came back from France, we had to take him to the vets because while we were away we noticed he had developed a swollen lymph gland. And so they took a biopsy of it first, and the results came back that there's a possibility of it being something not very nice, but they weren't 100% sure, so they decided to take him in a couple of days later and took the lymph gland out, and that's now been sent for histology. So the good news yesterday we received when he went for a wound check was that his blood test has come back as normal. So we're just waiting on the biopsies they've taken. They removed the whole of the lymph gland, which was about the size of an egg when it should be about the size of a little pea. So that had grown really large. And yeah, so we're playing the waiting game at the moment and on tender hooks as to what it is. They also took some biopsies of his tonsils, or a tonsil should I say, because his tonsils were very red. But when they looked at his vocal cords and down his esophagus and around his larynx area, there was nothing abnormal there, so that was good news. So yeah, we're just hoping and praying that everything comes back normal. So I'll keep you informed. So keep us in your prayers. Right, going back to this lovely project that I'm enjoying doing. What we can see now is whether this little pocket is okay to put this in. And I thought it might have spread a little bit, so I'll just pop my scissors in. And that's what happens with wet glue. It does spread when you're you know, rubbing things down and what have you. So let's have a look now. If not, I can always trim a little bit off this card, and I think I'm going to have to do that. I'm just going to have to trim some edges off there. So let me get my Stanley knife, and we'll take a little bit more off. May as well go all the way around because it'll keep it uniform. And that one as well. There we go. And what I'm going to do as well is just round the edges a little bit, and I'll use the small measurement. I always try and round the corners because it helps to strengthen the corners, because when they're pointed they tend to catch on things and then they get all crumpled. So let's just ink round the edge and then we'll try it again. And then what I'm going to do is make a little tab for the end here. There we go, that's much better. So that's in my little secret pocket, so I'll just pop that in there for now. And then we've got the magnet there, and then what I thought I would do is I've cut out some leaves, and I could actually do that, make that my little tab. But in order for me to do that, we better stick 2 leaves together to strengthen them. And I can sandwich my little magnet inside. That one or this one? Oh, I think I like that one better. So if I put that on, just pop that to one side a minute. Push that up. Now I don't think I'm going to be able to get any of this tape on, but we'll have a go. And I don't want it to show the other side. Let's have a look. Maybe cut a bit off. And that was sheer luck. Can I get a bit more maybe, just to... No, still a bit too wide. There we go. And cut that little excess off from the other side. So now then, see if I've got 2 that will match fairly well. So what I'm going to do is glue this side down, just there. Get my tweezers. Stick that on there, and then wipe the glue off so that can dry. And then on this side I'm going to glue this other leaf. There we go. So we'll do that. There we are. Oops, we've slipped. we've slit. I think I'm going to have to rethink that because it's a bit flimsy. Let's have a look. Just bear with 1 sec. Right, what I've done is I've cut another piece of card and cut the leaf shape out, and it's got this the second battery in, and I've just inked around the edges, and then I've popped it on there just so that I can see where I need to glue. And rather than me use my wet glue, because it's making the paper quite soggy, I'm going to use my Fabri-Tac and just pop some along the edge there. Just to grab this part, and then I've got another leaf here which I'm going to pop on there like that. But before I do that, I'm going to strengthen this one as well. Or should I use that one that I had before? Let me have a look. It is a better fitting one, that one. Yeah, we'll do that. So I'm just going to put some Fabri-Tac. Well, it's not Fabri-Tac, it's 3-in-1 beacon glue. And I'm going to pop that on the top there, like so. And let that dry. There we go. So just to make sure it doesn't stick. Where it shouldn't. So that's my little closure. What's the nice thing about Fabri-Tac as well is you can rub it off. Now what I've done is I've also got these little leaves, and I thought we'd put a few maybe around the bottom, or maybe not. I'm not sure yet. We'll have a look. Yeah, maybe on this part here. So let's have a look. Maybe just put a few leaves in this corner. And this little one as well. Yeah, we'll pop that one behind. There we are. Oopsie daisy. Bring that one to the front. There we go. And then what I did is I cut out some tiny acorns. So let's see if I can put a tiny bit of glue on the back of those, but I'm going to have to use my collal glue for that, because these are really tiny. I can hardly pick them up with my tweezers. Jasper. One moment. There we go. One more. There we are. Oops. There we are. So, anything over that side maybe, or in that corner, just to tie it in together. A couple in that corner, yeah, I think that's what we'll do. One there. And one there. Oops. My little acorn slipped. That's better. So that's the end of this challenge. So I've quite enjoyed putting that one together. So we'll just go through the prompts. And it says thankful was the first one, and inside there is always, always, always something to be thankful for. And then we've got the window, which was there, and we've also got a window here, and mustard. Well, my background piece was mustard, although you can't really see much of it now, apart from when you open that window there. But the surround's mustard. And then we open that card. Oh, and I must do a little tab or something on here. Let me just get that out. Oops. I'll just put a little tab up in the corner there. Right, what I've done is I've cut out two little tiny circles, and I've used my 1/2 inch punch, EK punch, and I have taken out just a little notch from there, and it does meet with the leaf, so I'm hoping it doesn't impede it too much. And what I'm going to do is I've made a little dot. I've put the card back in, made a little dot where the notch is, and I'm going to glue these two together on my card. So let's have a look. I'll pop that on there because I don't want it to take over the writing, because it It is very close. And then I'll pop a bit of glue on here. Sorry about that. Just put them together and allow them to dry. You can still see the Be Thankful. There we go. And then that should all be in well. Be roughly where the notch is when I can get the card in properly. Yep. And then that will close over it so you can't see. So it still looks as though it's a little secret pocket. So what will happen is once my index cards come back, I'll glue this to the index card. So I do hope that you like that. And what I'll do is when it's on my index card, I'll write number 40 on the back with the details of the oh, what am I trying to say? With the details. Anyway, with the oh, my brain is all fuddled. I wanted to say oh, crikey me. With the details of the challenge. That's the word I'm looking for, the challenge. So anyway, I hope that you enjoyed that and that you'll join me for the next one. So until then, take care everybody, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.